Hello everybody, QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I am back today, finally, with another episode of Zero City. It has been a long time since my last Zero City video. I do apologize for that. Several reasons for that, and I will talk about that in the next little bit. But we have a new update to the game, and we have a new event. So the goal of today's video is going to be to talk about this new functionality in the event that's going on. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. Real quick, before I cover those details, we want to give a quick shout out to all those who are supporting the channel. I got a new supporter on Buy Me Coffee, Fwapp, one of the members of my clan, so thank you very much, Fwapp, for jumping in and supporting the channel, as well as Flart and Christensen. Thank you for your continued support on using Buy Me Coffee. And we also have YouTube memberships available as well. Guiles, Ashton, Stacy Turner, thank you for your continued monthly support. I very much appreciate that. So if anybody's interested in doing that, you can see that down below in the ticker, as well as going to the description of this video, and you can find links on how to support the channel. You may notice that things are a little bit different. I don't have my video going on tonight, and with that, I'll just jump into what's been going on lately. My schedule's been kind of crazy, and my motivation has been kind of strange lately as well. So combining all that and without going too far into it, just really tired all the time. So it's been kind of hard to find the time of setting things up every night, doing the recording and turning shutting it down, and it's been taking a little bit more effort with the way getting kids to school and all that kind of stuff. So again, I'm not going to get into all those details, but with that said, it's been a little bit slow, so I do apologize. It's not just this game. All the games have been a little bit slow. So my goal here is, I don't have the video on because I just didn't set things up. I didn't put the green screen up and all of that, which is a process, getting lights and things like that every time when I'm going to record, as well as taking them down and everything like that all the time. So that's why my goal here was quick and dirty, get it up, get it going, get the video, and then my goal is to be able to do this on a more regular basis again for all of the games, and then once I get back into the swing of it, then get back to putting video on and making things a little bit more like they were before. So that's the shorter version of what's been going on. So the goal obviously is to be able to do this a little bit more often going forward again. All right, so what do we have? We have an event. For those who are members on my Discord server, you saw all the details that we had. We had the leak posted there. I wasn't able to get a video out because of all the other challenges. I actually had the ability to produce event preview videos for all the games I'm covering, and those are my most popular ones that are viewed. So unfortunately, I missed out on that for all of the games. Again, hopefully moving forward, that'll be there, but this one is going to be a prototype event, so we'll talk about that in a moment. We have details of what else came out in the update, and there's not really much, I don't think, mentioned here about the event. So we'll go through these updates first, and then we'll go ahead and talk about the event. So we got a free reward is awaiting for you in the Arena Store, Railroad Store, and Bunker Store. Most importantly, it's not a one-time blah, 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 blah. So what that is, I'm sure you guys have seen by now. This is something that came out in Hustle Castle much less than 9 months ago. So the release date, or the release difference between Hustle Castle and Zero City is no longer 9 months. I think once something comes in Hustle Castle and it's proven to be successful, they push it to Zero City. This is one of the ones they did it. So we'll go ahead and take a look to see where that is. But every 12 hours you can watch a video. Or no, this was not even the video. Every 12 hours you can go in there and click a button and you get free resources. It's not tons, but you get free resources, for those three areas. And there's going to be another update that'll be coming, I'm sure, sometime very soon, because it's also in Hustle Castle, where they're going to change actually how you can watch commercials. Because right now, like in the Arena Store, you can watch commercials every day. You can watch 3 of them to get 300 Arena tokens. They're going to change it where you can watch 2 commercials and you'll get 150 each. So you still get a total of 300, but it's only 2 commercials. But you can also watch commercials to get resources in the Railroad Station and Bunker Store as well. And as well as the portal when that's open. So they're going to push in more commercials for you to watch if that's something you're interested in, to get more stuff. And they will also add it to the resources as well. So it's going to be a way to get cash, a way to get uranium and wood and stone, whatever you need at that moment. You can watch commercials to get more of them. So it's just a way to advance the game a little bit quicker. It's nothing significant, but it is a help, especially if you're kind of in need of those. Where I'm at now, most of that's not highly useful. Cash and uranium are the most useful, but that's it for me. But I'm sure for others it'll be good. All right, officer specialty levels are now increased from 100 to 200. I'm obviously nowhere near there, so that does not impact me, but I know many players are. So you can now get your overall power of your squad higher and your strength higher as well. added the ability to change a player's nickname. So you can change your nickname now for those that started the game and just typed in something silly, or you wanted to change it for whatever reason there is. You can change it for free for once, one time anyway, and then after that you have to pay crypto. So I think it's like 1,000. It's pretty expensive. So if you're going to change it, make sure you know what you want to do, because it's going to be expensive to change it again. Switching among other players' shelters has been simplified. Next enemy and previous enemy battles. This is something I've never used. This has been Hustle Castle as well. If you're doing your PvP, you click on the screen, you do a fight with somebody. You can, once you're done with that fight, you can click next or previous. And for me, I want to know where I'm at. I want to know what the situation is. So I prefer not to use that. But I know for those that just blast through and beat everybody on their map, this will be a time saver as well, especially now that you don't need to wait for your squad to heal anymore. So go ahead and do your fight, go to the next one, do your fight, go to your next one, do your fight, so you can blast through them pretty quickly. That's not how I'm running my squad, like I said, but I know for those that are, that'll be helpful to have that. Alright, we got a new storyline. I'm way behind on my storyline, the spaceport, so one day I might get there. And this last one is interesting. I don't think this is in Hustle Castle. I might have missed it. It could be. I'll have to go back and check. But we now have the ability to change music in Zero City. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at that as well. But there's music that has come out with this event, and then there's music that you can go ahead and buy as well if you want something else playing in the background. Before I do the music, let me go click on all these guys to make sure we're staying somewhat happy. Before we look at the music, let's look at a couple other... Let's make sure there's nothing free coming in here from the clan. Since we have an event going on right now, we have free resources coming in from the clan. All right, so what updates do we have? There's something else that wasn't mentioned. If we go to the bunker, you can see in the bunker store now, rather than just one row, I mentioned this some time ago in the videos, instead of just one way to get your tags here, you can spend a whole lot more and get a whole lot more data. So and they have that for all of these, obviously. Again, something else that's been Hustle Castle for a while. They're just giving, for those that do a lot of grinding, you want to do a lot of quick leveling, you can get your data that way, which is pretty handy, obviously. If we go to Arena and then we go to Store, this is where you see your commercial here, or not commercial. This is the free thing you get every 12 hours. You see I have 3 hours left, and then I can get 150 chips. Same thing for all the other ones. You go to the store, go to the bunker. Obviously, I should do that earlier. Go to store, and then right up top there, 3 hours. So it's nothing much. It's only 750 data. It's not much. If you're new to your officer, it's highly useful, obviously. If you're well advanced, it's not that useful, but it's just a click of a button. You don't have to watch a commercial or anything like that. So I set a reminder for me every 12 hours, and I go in there and click on those. Spaceport over here. Obviously, I'm not there because I'm behind. One day, maybe I'll get there. Nightmare Circus. This is a new area for the event, which we'll talk about shortly. Let me go ahead and turn my music on here real quick. Might not need to do that, but this is in the background here. This is our normal music. I usually have it off. It's interesting to hear every once in a while, but not all the time. We now have the ability to go in and change that. So if we go to our shelter appearance, we got this new area here called Equalizer. And now you can choose your music. So we're on our default right now. We can pick these. I'll be quiet while they're playing. Obviously everything costs money. Here we got like street work going on in the background. It's kind of interesting. Might get old after a while. Here it looks like we got a beach setting. Nice relaxing water moving. There you go, some birds in the background. Here's a nature setting, it looks like. So you can kind of hear, it's not overwhelming, so I mean, it's subtle, and it's kind of nice to hear those relaxing sounds, so, I'm okay with those, it's not bad. 100,000 crypto coins is fairly steep. This one takes a little bit to start. This one is from the event. To get this, you have to actually buy the pass. I could be convinced to buy the pass in the future if I can get good background music. For me, this one's I think this would get old pretty quickly, so certainly wouldn't buy the pass just for this sound. What's really going to tempt me is this one. This was the first introduction into our music changes in the game. This was, I forget what the event was called, but this is where we got the the rock music anthem going in the background. So this was a pretty cool song. Most people enjoyed it. I don't mind having this one on all the time. The problem is it costs 3,000 cryptos, which is highly significant. I suspect they did that on purpose because a lot of people enjoyed this one a lot. Ooh, look at that. You can see the music blasting out of the speakers, it looks like. That's interesting. I guess that's always been there. So yeah, I'm a fan of this one, so I might be might be buying this one at some point in the future. So that one's certainly pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the music so we're not blasting that while we're doing the rest of this video. Yeah, I think that was it. And like I said, for the future, I don't know when it's going to be coming out. I already watched my commercials. Instead of these 3 commercials, you're going to have 2 of them, and it's going to be the same resources. But then we can also watch commercials here. There'll be a button, I don't remember where it is, probably over here, where you get to watch commercials as well to get data as well. And also, I'll talk about this when it actually comes out, but the other one for the resources down here, you get cash. There's going to be a button up here to watch a commercial, and you get to watch 2 of those commercials. In Hustle Castle, it's 375,000 for cash. So you watch 2 commercials, you get 750,000, not bad. And the uranium, this is going to be highly useful to people. I think it's going to be 15,000 per commercial. So you get 30,000 free just by watching commercials. So that's going to make it a little bit easier, obviously, to level up your your sets a little bit quicker. And I think that was really everything that was of significance. So let's go ahead and move to the event now. We have the spooky looking clown out front here as we are running our Nightmare Circus event. And as you can see, it is another prototype event. Didn't seem like it was that long ago since we just had one of those, but I have all of them so far. So for those of you that are new to a command center, you can get all the new prototypes. So you have a lot of them to collect now. But for those that have been in the same one, like me, I've been here for a while and I've gotten them all. So now I just have 3 new ones. So we got the functionality prototype, we have the error prototype, and we have the reliability prototype. We'll see how good these are. I'm not really sure. My problem is going to be the fact that they're for multi-purpose weapons, and mine are for level 100. I only have 3 level 100 fighters, so I'm not sure how useful they're going to be. But when we get them, we'll put them on our devices and see how they're looking. Not our devices, our multi-purpose weapons, and see how they're looking. But these are probably my least favorite out of all of them. But certainly can't complain about getting some prototypes. So I'm not going to cover too much of what these events are. You guys know what they are by this point, but you can buy the pass. This is an event you can certainly skip buying the pass. It doesn't really seem to increase or decrease your chance of getting the prototypes. So if you think you're going to have a better chance, you don't need to do that. If you're interested in these resources, it's not so bad. You certainly get some good stuff. So you spend $10, you get 1,500 cryptos and a bunch of weapons and a background. The problem is you don't get that song. If you want that song, you got to spend the $19.99, which gives you all of these down here, 2,500 cryptos plus premium and the zombie hunter assistant. You get cards to give to your clan as well as the music and a bunch of other stuff. So if you're into that, it's not a bad deal for sure, but it's not really going to help you get your prototypes any quicker. But yeah, play the game, do your dailies, do your grinding, you complete your collections, that's going to give you a chance to get your prototypes. People seem to be surprised and disappointed every single time, but the majority of the time you open up one of these rewards here, it's going to be junk. That's just the way that this event works. That's it works in all of the games, not just Zero City. The one difference in Zero City is up here. This 15 days, it just started today, so it's been 16 days that this event's going to be going on, or will be 16 days. All the other games do it for 10, so they give us this extra 6 days of grinding, for better or for worse, to get some stuff in this event. So it's not so bad. It's just these longer events certainly get old towards the end, especially once you get all the stuff that you're going for. But one of the things it does do, especially for me, is it gives me more resources to store to maybe use at one point in the future. Obviously, I'm not very good at doing that one day in the future, but it's certainly a possibility that I might do that. I can't see my commercials here right now, but I give this tip other times. I'll give it again real quick. I've already watched all my commercials for the day. My day just reset 3 hours ago, and I'm already done with all my commercials. You can do that by using multiple devices. this timer resets. It's a 2-hour timer, 2-hour timer. It resets every 2 hours. You can watch the commercials again, get 3 new cards. If you have multiple devices, that timer resets on each device. And there's a little trick you can do where you just use two devices and just cycle through them all within, 15 minutes or 10 minutes, depending how long the commercials are. Where you basically watch the commercial here. Once that commercial starts, start up the game on the other device, which will basically turn off your current one because you can't be on 2 devices at the same time. And you wait for the commercial to finish on device 1, and then your active game on game 2 will show the cards coming in. And then once the commercial is done, you click done, or once you collected the cards on device 2, go back to device 1, log back into the game, start watching another commercial, then log back into number 2, wait for the cards to come in, and just do that, and then you can cycle through them all pretty quickly. So I got that tip from somebody in the past. I used to use multiple devices and just go in there every couple hours, but this way it's much easier and just knock it out within a few minutes and be done with it. Alright, one thing I don't remember if they have in Zero City or not, I believe we do, where you get to claim multiple collections at once. So we only have 21 so far. I haven't made a lot of progress, but 21 after one day is not so bad, I guess, considering we got 15 more to go. So that would put me around 300. I suspect, since I'm also doing events in other games, that I won't keep up this pace the entire time, but we'll see. But if we have the ability to complete, multiple collections at once, so I can hit claim and then we'll get through 4 of them at once, we can blast through this really quickly. So I honestly don't remember if it was this game. I think it was. But it could have easily been American Dad as well. So let's go ahead and see. So if I bought the pass here, all those items that it showed that you get them the first time you complete your collection. So you get claim here, and then you go ahead, you'll get the items in your in-game mail. Obviously, I didn't buy the pass, so I'm not going to get this, but I still have my chance of getting my reliability prototype. Cool looking chest. Okay, we do have it in this game, so that's good. So yeah, you can. I've given theories in the past about better chances, worse chances. If you're having bad luck, you should pop out and pop back in. I don't know if there's anything to that. I've always just had that as a thought in my head. So if you're doing this times 3 or times 10, I think the max you have is times 10. You can't really go with that, but it does allow you to save up all your chests and do them all at the end if that's something that you're into. So more than likely, that's what I'll be doing. But I'm just going to blast through all these pretty quickly. I do like seeing what it looks like when you open all the chests at once, because you get a lot of stuff. Even though most of them are like this and fairly useless, but that was obviously not a lot because we only had 3 chests, but it's kind of cool to see all that coming in. And 2 days premium, not bad. I'll take that. I might be able to use that one. Since we're not going to open up that many, that's why I'm letting it go this slowly. We're already only down to 13 here, so this will be a 1 and a 1 here the way it looks. So the first time you go through, you have to do 1, and then you can go in and do multiple chests after that. Ooh, there we go. Materials. Okay, let's open up this last one. I'm just going to make it quicker. I don't have the patience to wait. So obviously we're getting a lot of junk, so I'm going to do my normal, pop out, collect on my happiness to make sure we're not dropping too far, because if you stay in there and don't click on these, your happiness drops. Not like when you're in the arena and you're not clicking on them, you stay happy the whole time. But in this event and most of the events, your happiness starts dropping if you're not actively going in and collecting it. Alright, now we're switching over to the air prototype. Let's see what we got here. Nothing, of course. And I honestly don't expect to get anything this first day. I saw somebody on my Discord server post that they got I think it was number 31, or maybe it was in my clan. That is highly unusual, I would say. Usually for me, most recently, it's taken me a good 130, 140 collections before I've gotten my first prototype. So I certainly don't expect to get anything anytime soon. So this right here is this is about as junk as you can get, but that's fairly standard, I'd say. You shouldn't expect to get things significantly better than that. I mean, it's nice when you do, but it's certainly not the norm. Alright, go with my normal here of resetting, trying to get back in. Alright, what do we got? We got 6 left. We're almost done. And then as usual, I'll go ahead and collect a bunch of them, saving up for the next video. And my goal obviously is not to be gone for an entire month. I want to be back again sometime soon. And recently I actually got to the point where I was trying to stream on my Discord server live. As I'm recording my videos, I would do it live on my Discord server so people could jump in, ask questions, participate. And then I'd record them as a video to post on YouTube. So once I can get back into a regular progression of doing videos, I'm hoping to get back to that again. I want to get that interaction going. It's kind of a variation of live streaming, which I wanted to do, but it just doesn't fit very well into my schedule. So this way it allows me to kind of live stream, but on a little bit more wonky schedule that I have. All right, we're done. That was it. We collected our 21 collections. We don't have anything. We can't go ahead and collect these quests. I think in Hustle Castle they changed this. They had nerfed it where you were no longer guaranteed to get Zombie Hunter and Premium. I think they added that back in. Excuse me, I don't remember if they did that here in Zero City or not. Obviously we're 2 for 2, so it looks like they might have done that here as well. If we get it on all of them, then I guess we could... Here, let's go ahead and look at the text and see what it says. So this one we don't have yet. It still says chance. It doesn't say guaranteed. It used to say guaranteed, and then after a couple events ago, it started saying a chance, and then there were plenty of times you didn't get it. And in one of the games I was in, it actually said chance still, and we got it every single time. So, and this looks like this is going to be the case right here. So we've gotten either zombie or premium every single time. So it's looking like is the case, which is nice. All right, so that's all those. We have one more to get through, and then we get this one right here, which is a guaranteed legendary and guaranteed zombie and premium. This is just a basic legendary item. It's not a premium event related one. You know what? I forgot about this. Let's go ahead and look at this multi-purpose that we get after getting 100 collections. These are usually not very good since everybody can get them. We have Terrifying Tune reanimates up to 4 enemy units killed, both allies and enemies, with their health at its maxed. They fight for the multi-purpose weapon's owner for 2 seconds and then die. I thought we already had this in this game. This is interesting. Yeah, I've used this on other games on lower levels, and it was definitely useful. For me, where I only have 3 multi-purposes I can use at the moment, I don't know if I will be using it, but I could potentially find use for that in the future. We'll see. All right, I think that's it. One of my goals, depending how frequently I can get back in and record, is going to do some tweaking on my squad. I'm still fighting at 94. My historic high is at 9 million. That's not really where I'm fighting right now. I'm fighting at 8.6. Yeah, 8.6 right now, and I have a level 60 in there as well as a naked 85. So I'm trying to build up my strong people and make them stronger, keeping my historic high under 9 million, and I'm going to keep tweaking that for a while. But I might get to the point where I might try to, I don't know, I'm going to see if I can even if I increase my power to a higher power, I want to make myself stronger. That's ultimately my goal of where I'm trying to get to. So during this event, I might spend some time doing that. I need to do that in all my games. As lately, when the events have been over, I haven't been playing the games much for any of them. So I'm falling behind. I'm getting new event gear. Meta is changing all the time. Well, some, not all the time. And I'm not really following along. So I need to get back into that and start working on that again. So that will be the goal. More than likely, it will be done in a video at some point. Let me get these guys out of here before I forget. Just going to see if I was going to put them in. So level 70 cook, they're just sitting here. I'm just going to go ahead and train them over here as well, since there's not much that they're doing at the moment. Yeah, so need to get stronger. As everybody else is slowly getting stronger, my 8.6 squad can still do pretty good. I can still beat people higher than me, but it's not as good as it used to be. I was beating people at 12 million. Now that's not happening so much. Occasionally, but not as much. So I need to get stronger again. So that will be a goal for the future. Whether it's the next video or the one after that, it'll be sometime soon. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it there. So I do apologize again for being gone so long. The goal is to be back more often. Any questions and comments, you can put those down below in the comments of this video. I respond as often as I can for the YouTube comments. If you go to my Discord server and post there and participate in discussions, I respond to those a whole lot more consistently. So if you want to reach me easier, that would be a good way to do it. Good luck to everybody in the event. Enjoy this last update that has come out, and until the next time, this has been QC Runner for QC Runner Games, and I will talk to you soon. See you.